Hi, my name is Dr. Agnes Purol. I'm a pediatrician based in Poland. My goal is to explain to you the fascinating world of medicine in a fun and easy way so everyone, especially children, can understand it. Want to see what I prepared for you? Just keep on watching. In today's video, the topic seems really simple. Everyone knows that to stay healthy, they should eat healthy food. Do they? I guess you learned all about the food pyramid, about how to recognize what's healthy and what's not, what is fast food. I hope you did. But I think this knowledge should be a lesson that we repeat every now and then. And this video will be one of them. Of course, please note that I talk here about a diet for a person without any health issues. It means that if you have any food intolerances or any allergies, this topic might not be for you. If you have any worries about your child's diet, about the weight gain of your child, you should contact your local pediatrician. Again, as usual, please subscribe, like, ring the bell if you want to. This will help my channel to grow more and more with time. And right now, let's jump right into it. In my everyday practice, I see more and more children with weight issues, overweight or obese. And the most common request during the checkup is to run some labs, because there has to be something wrong with the child. It's gaining weight too fast. Parents are concerned because they think mainly about the amount of food. The child doesn't eat a lot, so why does it gain weight? Is it always the truth? Whoa, let's stop right here. I'm not here to judge you. Diversity is good, I love diversity. But children are taught by their parents. They might not know that something is wrong until their health gets jeopardized. So it means that they don't care about the quality of food. It's the parents' job to do it. So I'm here to remind you about the positive food habits. Maybe if you have a similar problem, you will watch this video and you can pick something for your diet or your food habits. And trust me, as a parent, I've worked through all these mistakes by myself with my children, and I had to force some rules too. So why wouldn't you learn from my mistakes? Do you know this feeling? You have been preparing a healthy meal for your family. You put a lot of time and effort into it, and the minute you serve it to your children, you hear, "I don't like that. I won't eat it." And this got me thinking, how to explain it to a child that it needs to eat healthy. Hunger versus cravings. Well, this is very well thought. Our body was programmed to feel hunger so that we will give energy when it's needed. But why do we have cravings? Well, let's break it down to the anatomical and physiological parts. To make it easier, let's imagine that your brain is your computer. It connects all the functions and controls them. Imagine that in your brain there are two types of programs. One is a satiation center and the other one is a hunger center. The satiation center is triggered by hormones that come from your stomach and bowel, so that you stop eating when your belly is full. The hunger center is in a constant state of activation. That's the tricky part. It's always on, like the background data on your cell phone. But higher insulin levels also activate this program. After normal balanced food, blood sugar changes aren't too rapid and too high. The insulin level seems steady. There is balance. But when you eat sugar, the glucose level in your blood gets high faster. The same goes for the insulin level. It activates rapidly the hunger center, so eventually you will look for food again. That's why low carbs should be avoided in a child's diet. Why do I have cravings? Did it happen to you? You ate a big healthy meal and you feel full. But just looking at a beautiful dessert makes you want to eat it. But a few seconds ago, you were full. Well, that's a different situation. First of all, your hunger center is always on, remember? Second of all, there is something called a reward system in your brain. It also is controlled by your hormones. After eating something sweet, dopamine levels get higher, which activates your reward system. You feel better. With every bite, you want more because of the hormonal changes and the activation of your reward system. The saying, "eat a chocolate, you will feel better," makes more sense now. Food is an energy source, but also it brings us joy. It's supposed to be tasty, and there has to be balance between those two. But what happens when you eat too much? When you eat too much, the body will take the excess and it will store it in fat tissue, just in case you need it one day. It can be used during physical activity or to produce heat. What's really interesting is that your body doesn't want really the excess. The fat tissue also produces chemical information to the brain, which is called leptin. It activates the satiation center and makes you less hungry, but this mechanism works only for a short period of time. If you gain too much weight, you will start to be leptin resistant, which means that you won't react to the high leptin levels as you used to. But how will I know how much energy is in my food? Well, nowadays almost every product has information about how many calories and nutrients it contains. But calories? What is it? In a nutritional context, it's a unit of food energy. The word calorie is commonly used as a number of really kilocalories in the food. Food nutrients as fats contain 9 kilocalories per gram, proteins and sugar contain 4 kilocalories per gram, alcohol, however, contains 7 kilocalories per gram. Okay, but bad calories. Do they really exist? Well, not really. Calorie is just a unit of measurement. However, some products, especially processed food, they contain dyes, they contain preservatives, aromats, and other chemical stuff that shouldn't be in a child's diet. Not to mention the higher quantity of calories in the processed food. So it means you have to be very careful when you pick something that you eat. Read the label. Everything is about balancing your food, and everything is about the quality and not the quantity. So you are what you eat. The food that you bring into your body will eventually be a part of you. So choose wisely. Out of pure curiosity, which one of these two articles do you want to carry in your body for the rest of your life? Let's cut them into small pieces like it's done in your bowl, okay? Look at this beautiful donut. 100 grams of it contains 417 kilocalories. It contains protein, 5 grams, fat, about 20 grams, fiber, about 2 grams, and sugar, 57 grams of sugar. Let's compare it to an apple. For 100 grams of an apple, it contains 52 kilocalories, which is protein, 0.3 about grams, fat, about 0.2, fibers, 2.5 grams, and sugar, only 10 grams. Not to mention the vitamins and minerals. So to compare these two, 8 apples bring the same amount of energy as 1 donut. What does balanced diet mean? Well, this is why the food pyramid was invented, to show people what their diet should contain in a big amount and what food you should avoid. Children are a different group. They grow really fast, they change their body really fast, so they need energy and they need the nutrition to build their organism. Take a look. Please notice that the amount of calories that is needed per day, it decreases with time. Adults don't need that much of energy because they stop growing, but as usual we tend to overdo it. We have to remember that children, they are naturally very active. They like to play around, they go play ball, they go on a playground. This is physical activity, which requires energy. To sum up, here are my advice and my diet change advices that you can bring to your child's routine. Maybe they will be helpful for you. You are what you eat, literally. This applies especially for a child. It grows. The thing that it will eat, it will eventually be a part of this organism. So it's really important to read the label, to pay attention to the quality of the food, not the quantity. Screen exposure while eating. Something that's bothering me is I observe more and more children have the worst habit of eating in front of a screen, whether it's a tablet, a phone, or a TV screen. During a meal in front of a TV, you don't even realize what you eat, not to mention the amount. Your brain gets tricked because you don't watch what you are eating. You look at the empty plate, but the TV is still on, and now you want more food. Why? Because you taught your brain that during a TV exposure there will be food. A meal is supposed to be served and consumed with awareness, so that not only the amount is controlled visually, but also the taste. And I know that it's sometimes very hard to feed a baby or even a 2-year-old with food aversion. But remember, the effort that you bring in the beginning of this road will benefit in the future. Rewarding with sugar. Do you remember the reward system in your brain? That one that is telling you to continue the delicious dessert although you are full? We remember this feeling and we want to reward our child for good behavior. So what do? You were great! As a prize, I have a candy or chocolate for you. We mimic the same pattern, so we enhance the reward system and we teach the child that every positive behavior is connected to a sugary meal. So as parents, we really should know better. Reward your child with something else, like reading a book. Sleep well. In order to control your body, your brain needs to be relaxed. It needs to be intact. If you're not getting enough sleep, your brain will have to challenge your body to produce more energy to be active during the day. Okay, almost done here. I want you to remember that healthy diet doesn't mean eating only veggies. It's about awareness, what you eat. And remember, always quality above quantity. So it's not a bad thing to eat a donut once in a while. I'm done for today. Hope you liked this video. Right now I need to go back to the kitchen and prepare food for my children. See you in the next one. Bye!